President Trump made a statement on Truth Social about the persecution of Christians that is happening in Nigeria. It was a strong statement, and it read as if the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into the now disgraced country, guns a-blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. I am hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for such a possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thug attacked our cherished Christians, warning the Nigerian government better move fast. There's so much that is happening in this statement with President Trump. And it's not just President Trump, it's just also American attitude that goes beyond him towards other nations who are sovereign states, who are not American satellite states. Let's take it step by step. Number one, credit to President Trump for acknowledging the persecution of Christians that has been happening in Nigeria for the past 20, if not 30 years. I think everyone in Africa who is aware about what's happening in Africa in general is aware about the persecution of Christians in Nigeria. I think the one incident that a lot of people who are outside of Africa are aware of is the kidnapping of the school-going girls that happened in 2014. But Boko Haram has been terrorizing communities in Nigeria for the longest time. So credit for that. And highlighting this issue is very important because it has to stop, number one. But I think that is where my praise for Trump on this matter goes as far. It doesn't go beyond that, because what followed that is incredible arrogance that I really don't like from American leaders. Number one, firstly, Nigeria is a sovereign state. And according to international law, the United States of America does not have a legal right to invade a sovereign state for whatever self-identified reason. If the United States of America is concerned about the persecution of Christians in Nigeria, the legal thing to do is to approach the United Nations Security Council, and seek a legal mandate from the United Nations Security Council, which often does not require that particular sovereign state's cooperation. If the United Nations rules that the conditions on the ground are so dire that it requires military intervention, then the United States or any other nation or a combination of nations could, legally speaking, go into Nigeria to deal with the terror threat. Outside of that process, any action by the United States or any other nation in going into Nigeria or any other sovereign state is unlawful. And not only is it unlawful, it is incredibly arrogant. And this level of arrogance that comes with powerful nations and with the United States in particular really has to stop. You do not have a right to do whatever you want to whoever you want with impunity. Because even though there is a problem of Christian persecution in Nigeria, no one can really confirm what the United States will go there to do if they just unilaterally make a decision to go there without a legal authorization and with their own self-identified reasons of going into a sovereign state. And the fact that Nigeria is an oil-rich country has already made a lot of people suspect that this is not about Christian persecution, but it is about securing that oil in Nigeria. And also, secondly, this kind of diplomacy for me, it is actually quite in poor taste, because I don't have any signs or evidence that the United States have engaged at all with the Nigerian government about what is going on. I don't even know what is the issue, why the Nigerian government is not able to curb this problem of Islamic terrorism in Nigeria. It could very well be that they need help, they don't have resources. It could very well be that they don't care. It could very well be that it's corruption. It could very well be that they are complicit. I don't know what the reason is. So you cannot just come out here without us knowing in terms of what it is really that the Nigerian government is doing. Where are their shortcomings? Where are they failing at? What sort of help do they need? And what sort of international consortium could come together to give them particular assistance to deal with this issue? Because some of this assistance could very well be UN peacekeeping forces. It could be a combination of forces, which might also include American armed forces. But it has to be done in a manner that is legal and respectful to the fact that this is a sovereign state. And I think this is really the big problem that comes with American foreign policy. It's the wanton disregard of other nations' rights as sovereign states. And it's just a wanton disregard that this nation is not your colony. This nation is not your satellite state. And it's not just about the matter of the government of this nation. It's a matter of the people of this nation that you are disrespecting by behaving in this way. So I think, yes, there is a problem in Nigeria. As someone who is not in Nigeria right now, I do not understand what is the full extent of the problem. And trust me, neither does President Trump. And so we need to get a factual basis in terms of what is actually going on, what is the government doing, where is it that they are failing, what are the sort of failures are they experiencing, why are they experiencing those failures, where can outside forces through the United Nations can assist in bringing this problem under control. That would be the best way forward. And in the United Nations Security Council, for instance, I don't expect any of these powerful nations opposing action to bring stability to Nigeria. I don't expect Russia or China to oppose this. So none of these nations have any particular strategic interest in this particular area of Africa that will lead them to oppose legally authorized military intervention that will bring this terrorism matter into control. But this approach that is being taken by President Trump at this juncture is not the right approach. But with that said, big ups and credit to him for highlighting this problem, which many Western leaders have just simply ignored it, act as if it's not happening. And it has been going on for at least 20 to 30 years. Yeah, and it's a big problem. Okay, cheers.